All right, you all know my first guest, big-time Oscar-winning actor and director. This Friday, he's re-releasing a new version of The Passion of the Christ. The car chases, everything's been cut out. Now, it's already become one of the top 10 grossing films of all time. Please welcome the one, the only, Mel Gibson, ladies and gentlemen.
But there's no longer any need for dialogue. It's woo!
Well, let me see this. Look, I know you haven't had a film out in about 4 months, so look at you're a homeless guy now. What's with the beard?
I got mistaken for Dennis Miller on the way in. It was like,
that is frightening.
Yeah, no, I'm just auditioning for a film. Yeah.
Now, is that really? See, you can always say that when you can look anywhere. Is that for a film, really?
Yeah, I'm planning on something, but I'm not too sure. But, you know, it might happen. It might come off. Yeah, it depends on if it grows any more than this, then it's on.
Now, how about the wife? Does she like it?
Oh, she likes and doesn't like. She makes me go out and eat in the yard. And, you know.
Really?
Yeah. She nearly backed over me in the car, you know, but, you know, that was my fault. I was sitting in the driveway licking my leg and, yeah.
Licking your leg like dogs do.
Just chewing on my leg like dogs do.
Yeah, I see what that is. Now, let me ask you, you have a new version of Passion of the Christ. Now,
Indeed.
How is this different? What is it you're doing different?
Well, it's, I got a lot of feedback, you know, from people that love the film, but they had regrets that they couldn't have taken their grandmother or their, you know, 15-year-old, and they thought it was just a little too intense. So I decided to sort of go in, recut it, and remove some of the intensity, but keep the integrity of the film. So it's essentially the same, but it's
same ending.
Yeah.
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 Not new scenes.
No scenes.
You don't have alternate endings like in the DVD.
No. Usually they have extra scenes. You know, there was a chainsaw sequence, but
I took that out.
Yeah.
You took that out. So it's less, so it's sort of less intense.
Yeah, less intense. Hopefully it'll appeal to a wider
Now, does the
audience.
rating change now? Do you submit it to the rating board?
It did not. You know, I put it back in. It still has an R. But it's interesting to note that in England, in Europe, places in Europe, they have that middle rating, and it achieved that easily. So
now, what is that? Is that?
It's like a 15. It's between an R and a...
PG-15 as opposed to PG.
To 13.
What do we have? 13 and 3/4.
Yeah, 13 and 3/4, and then there's the R.
Okay.
There's no middle ground here, but it achieved it easily overseas.
Now, I'm sure people know this, but now you paid for this entire film yourself, correct?
Yeah. It was.
Now, how does that go over with the wife when you go home and go, honey, I want to make this movie. It's going to take almost, not all the money we have, but a pretty good portion.
Yeah, but you know, we tighten the belt for a little while.
Yeah,
and, you know.
yeah. Don't shave.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. It's amazing how much you can save on razor blades and phone. It's like...
Now, did you choose to do it this way because you couldn't get anybody to finance it, or?
Well, think about it. I mean, go into a studio. Imagine yourself as a studio exec, and I go and I say, I got a film for you. It's a biblical epic. Well, one hasn't been done in a couple of decades, and they're kind of musty. I said, but I don't want to. I want to do it in 2 dead languages. And they go, wow, that's really exciting me.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, plus, I don't want anyone to sort of recognize anyone in the film. And they go, well, yeah, no names? It just doesn't make sense. Okay. And I don't blame them. I mean, it doesn't seem like a profitable exercise.
Okay, but it seems to have worked out okay.
It did all right, yeah.
Because you can't say to yourself, you know, the accounting, what has it done? What is the worldwide box office on it now?
Oh, man, I don't know. But
well, you sound like a studio executive now. Oh, we don't know.
Well, I guess I'm becoming one.
It's like $800 million.
The exhibitors have most of it, yeah.
Isn't it like $800 million?
Something like that gross, I think it took, yeah.
Yeah, and you get like $7,999 in that, right?
I wish that were true, but unfortunately it's not, yeah.
Well, I mean, do you feel vindicated? Do you feel good that this is...
Well, I feel good. You know, there was a lot of negative kind of attention, a lot of negative criticism, mainly from people who hadn't seen it. So it was good. I just feel grateful that it sort of like had good fallout.
Now, do you get strange mail because of the film?
Oh, indeed. I mean, I get letters, cards, objects. I mean, it's like, woo. There's
now, what are these things? What is this you brought? You got this just this week,
Some guy sent me a flagellum.
Oh, what is that?
A flagellum. That's actually for, like, it's great for the assistant. He's much more efficient now. But it's like...
They use that in the movie.
That's a kind of thing they use in the movie. Mine were a little cooler, but this is actually quite a piece of hardware. It's homemade. Somebody made this in the backyard. It says, when demonstrating, swing this end up. I don't think it really makes any difference.
Right, yeah. And it has spikes. Oh, good heavens.
Spikes and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
and what's the other one you got there?
Oh, that's just a simple cudgel. You know?
A cudgel?
Yeah, a bag of breadcrumbs, you know. You got it made, you know. It's
you know, with the beard, it works.
Yeah, it kind of works, you know.
Actually, that's a nice walking stick.
It is. Do you want it?
Well, I don't want it, but it's very...
Let me have it. You're supposed to say, let me have it.
Let me have it, sure. That's a very nice one. Now, we have a clip from the movie. Is this an edited clip we're seeing?
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody ever tells me.
Oh, with Mel Gibson right after this. Be right back. Welcome back. Talking with the Mel Gibson, Passion of the Christ. Were you surprised that you didn't get more Oscar nominations?
No, not really. We did indeed get 3 nominations,
Right.
so that was the 7th highest nominated film, so that's all right.
Right.
And it was like, the other thing was, you know, we didn't, I decided early on not to really go for the whole full-on money Oscar campaign, and,
Yeah.
you know, those things are effective. So it's kind of what I expected. It's hard to be disappointed when exactly what you expected happens.
Yeah, and it's difficult to vote for Jesus now. You know, you can't, hey, Academy voters, Jesus says, you know, you can't do that.
No.
Looks bad.
You know,
Looks
Jim
bad.
giving kids dimes and stuff.
Yeah. You know. Now, when you finished Passion of the Christ, you went on vacation to Rome, right?
Yeah, I went off to Rome, you know, ate gelatos, you know, wore a Borsellino hat, bought fruit in the street, made people offers
Took the
they
whole
couldn't
family?
refuse. Yeah.
And that's like 1,500 people.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just a lot of kids. You get,
Yeah, and all their varmints, you know, it's great.
Now, tell me what happened. Tell me with your daughter. Tell me what happened.
Oh, she got engaged over there, you know.
Now, did you know that was coming?
I suspected something was up, something was happening, but the guy asked me, which I thought was really amazing.
Oh, did he come to you in Rome?
I said, no, my daughter, you want to marry her. No, he asked me, and it was like, I was stunned by that, and I tried to put the guy at his ease, so like I tried to behave like a primitive father, you know. I said, you know, I want 1 horse, 2 goats, you know, a sheep and a flock of chickens, and make sure they're, you know. And like about a month later, I went into my office, and it's full of farm animals.
Oh, well, that's
All over the floor, everywhere. So I thought, this guy's a keeper. I mean, if he went to that much trouble, he must really care.
Yeah, oh, okay. Well, they got engaged in Rome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Very romantic
nice,
for them.
Now,
Me
you've
too.
been working in television as well.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. You know, I got a couple of TV shows going. Some of them doing well, some of them not doing so well.
Well, tell us. It's Complete Savages, right?
Yeah, that's
Very
right.
fun. And this is sort of based on your life, isn't it? A little bit.
Well, very loosely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a guy with a bunch of sons, and I have a bunch of sons. That's the only
Yeah,
coincidence.
you're like Ben
there.
Cartwright.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hey, boys, you know, go out and beat up the town. Bring me back a donut.
And you're on the show. You play this. You look like Bill Macy in this show.
A little bit. No, you're right.
Tell them who you play.
Well, I play a kind of a police officer, a motorcycle cop called Officer Steve Cox. Is the FCC going to get us for that?
No, you're okay.
But he's like, he does safety videos. But, you know, the girl in the video always dies.
There you go. You have fun doing these? Is it fun?
They're fun. They're silly. They're really cheesy, and they amuse me. But needless to say, the beautiful girl Misty always dies in every one of these.
Yeah. I think she gets electrocuted. In
She
this
gets
one.
electrocuted.
Yeah,
He drops a martini blender in there, and it's over, you know.
Yeah, okay. Now, do you know the Wild Boys? Have you seen these guys? They seem like sort of younger versions of you. And you were a bit of a wild boy.
Don't they staple their family jewels to their legs and stuff?
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
the kind of stuff they do.
Yeah, okay.
But that's your kind of thing, isn't it?
Well, not. I wouldn't go to that extent.
Well, you've
but-
done crazy things. What's the
Indeed, I
craziest
have.
thing you can think you've done?
God.
Like the most dangerous?
Oh, yeah, okay, I did something really stupid. When I was about 19, a friend of mine and I decided to jump from one building top to another. It was about 20 stories up, and there was about a 15-foot gap in the middle. So, you know, I went for the big old run and did the whole broad jump. I made it just. It was really, but I really nailed myself on the other side on the landing. And then I said, okay, now it's your turn. And he's like, no. I screamed him out, you wimp, get over here. But he didn't come. So. And I was limping around for about a month after I really did my knee.
Really?
Ooh, man, is it stupid, yeah.
All right, well, good. These guys are right up your alley. You'll
Great.
enjoy them.
I can't
Well, listen,
wait.
congratulations. The movie opens again in 900 theaters. Passion of the Christ. We're right back with Steve-O and Chris Pontius right after this. Mel Gibson.